Hello, my lovely and gorgeous collective. How are you guys doing today? This is your girl, Taurus Sun Tarot. So, y'all, this has been one of the hardest years of my life, and I'm not even joking when I say that. We are in a 9 year, like as in the number 9, right? So if you take 2025 and add all of those digits together, you get 9. Excuse me. I think every single aspect of my life this year has changed. And I feel like a lot of the collective may resonate with that. So let's see what Spirit has to say about that. So we have number 1717, and this is self-reliance. I'm going to do 2 more shuffles and see if anything else wants to come out here. Okay. So at the bottom, we have guidance. Beautiful. So number 1717, something about October 17th, which will be coming up in about 15 days, could be significant. Something about the next 2 weeks, like the 15th, October 15th through the 17th. I don't know why, but the number 2 is coming out heavily for me right now. And as I say that, I just remember today is October 2nd as I'm recording. So with, let's see what the card says here. It says self-reliance. Time has come to rely on your knowledge, your wisdom, and your ambition. You have an important soul mission and life purpose. Leaning on your inner strength will allow more of your path to unfold ahead. The affirmation that comes with this that you can say to yourself at this time, write it down on a sheet of paper if it helps. Say it in the say it to yourself in the mirror in the morning, like whatever works for you for affirmations. It says, as I take leadership of my life brings a flow of good fortune and good blessings. So before I even get into the tarot, I 100% will say that as I'm speaking on my own life and all these big changes, I do feel like the collective, again, as a 9 year, we are dealing with a lot of endings, okay? Anything that's no longer serving you, I think is really about to be eclipsed out, phased out. It's sunsetting, right? It will not be around for 2026. I really feel like whether it's by your own good nature or by Spirit's force, certain things that are not meant to be with you are just no longer going to be with you. And Spirit saying, but you are prepared. Okay, self-reliance, whether it's by your own doing or not, you're prepared and you're ready. The time has come. Time has come to rely on yourself, your knowledge. So we're going to start. Okay. Sorry, I feel like I should have outlined. So this is going to be past. This is going to be present energy. And then we'll do future. And then we'll get some oracle cards and see if those help bring any additional messages. Okay. I like to get all of the cards out first before flipping them and getting messages. So thank you, Spirit. So we've got past, present, and future energies surrounding this self-reliance, our inner knowing, our inner strength. What other messages, Spirit, does my collective need to hear that we haven't touched on yet regarding this self-reliance? Regarding this self-reliance, Spirit, thank you so much. I'll finish our shuffle. This is so stunning, you guys. At the bottom of the deck, which you don't see coming, is the sun. Okay, I'm going to keep that upright. What I think you don't see coming is independence, freedom, happiness. I do like to honor that the sun can be a scary card, okay? The sun burns really bright. And I think that's why Spirit has this wonderful message of self-reliance here today. That's because, it can be hard to be the only person running the ship. If you're a single parent, God bless, it's here to recognize that even though the time has come and your wisdom and your ambition, this is your soul life and mission, it's hard. I feel like I need to acknowledge that for someone. It is hard. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the past energy. Ooh, okay. No good or bad cards in the tarot. So when I have reactions like, oh yeah, I'm really just sitting with the energy. It's not to say like Seven of Swords, oh no. It's not like that. It's more just like it's kind of, I feel that this needs to come out in this reading, so I'm going to mention it here. There was a study that was done recently, and one of my favorite studies actually. So they had two test group of people, okay? Test group 1 ran on a treadmill for an hour, let's say, or like, I forget the interval. It might have only been half an hour, but either way. So they had group 1 in a sweatsuit go on a treadmill and go sweat for an hour, okay? They had group 2 go skydiving in said same exact sweatsuit, like I should say same type of sweatsuit, not the same exact one. Obviously, that'd be gross and would have ruined the test in this case. But same type of sweatsuit, put group 2 on a plane to go skydiving. They then asked a completely separate third group of people, none of which were a part of 1 or 2, to smell the sweatsuit samples. So these poor people didn't really know that they were smelling sweat. So gross. But what was crazy was 10 out of 10 people were able to pinpoint which sweatsuit was used on the people skydiving. The only conclusion that they could draw was because humans instinctually smell fear. Whether that's true with all similar other emotions, we can't say, but we can absolutely say that fear can be smelt in the type of sweat that you are emitting. And when you think about that in social situations, kind of crazy, right? Like you can literally pick up on people's sense of fear, anxiety, and that can be relayed to you. You can literally pick up on that. So anyways, past energy. You have 7 of Swords, the Chariot, another 7, and Death. Present energy. You have 6 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, another 7. Lots of 7s in this reading. I want to say, seriously, something about October 17th is going to be magical. It's going to be important. It's going to be memorable. Okay, so I feel like it is specifically for October. Like, I feel like I could call out any month and be like, maybe it was September 17th and this was an important date. Like, no, I feel like this is predictive and this will be for October 17th, which as I'm recording has not happened yet. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that, if my mic picks up on it. But my sweet little baby pit bull, he's not a baby, he's 5 years old. He's a big chunky meatball, but he's sleeping and he'll always be my baby. Anyways, so 7 of Swords, the Chariot, the Death in the recent past. I'm gonna just say it like it needs to be said. You knew there was some fuck shit going on. Like I can't even censor that. You knew there was some fuck shit going on. 7 of Swords, this to me is trying to have your cake and eat it too. And I'm not saying you in this case, collective, but someone was trying to run one on you. Someone was trying to get you to be the pack mule, do the work, and carry them. And carry their weight. With the Chariot, I feel like this is especially kind of... I have never gotten this before, but with the 7 of Swords in the Chariot here, it's giving pack mule. Like it's giving like Bag Lady by Willow Smith. Someone was trying to load you up with their burdens, like is literally how I'm reading this. The Chariot, you have yin and yang energy. So I feel like instinctually, no matter how hard someone was trying to project this chaos onto you, a part of you knew that it wasn't yours to hold. I want to say the yin, the feminine, the female, and gender is non-specific here. I'm just going to say that. Don't even start with me in the comments. The yin, the feminine part of you, which we all have, okay, was very much aware and in tune with, this ain't right, okay? Death card. You knew this had to end. You knew this had to die out. You said, okay, I see that you're like hanging on to the Seven of Swords. Let me take what I have left of my dignity with my 6 swords here. Let me take what I can out of this situation while I still can, is the 6 of Swords. Normally, we know this is moving away, moving on. Like, I feel like if you watch tarot, you know that. In this reading specifically, though, especially the fact that the swords, now in the traditional rendition, there's a man, a woman, and a child. Now, in this rendition, there's only one person, and I feel like that's very significant here. You took yourself and what you could, you packed your bags, and take it as it fits. For some of you, those bags are physical. You moved out of a relationship, out of a home, things like that. For others of you, this could be emotional baggage. You gathered what you had left of your strength, what you had left of your goodwill, your good conscience, and you left, okay? Or you know that you are needing to leave, okay? I feel like if you haven't left already, especially with the 10 of Pentacles here, you're making that plan to go. This is the present energy. So I really feel like Spirit is saying, if you're not already, now I understand the hesitation, okay? Because underneath the Death card, we have 7 of Cups. Now this is, you know what this is really giving? Some readers, I feel like, are so quick to be like, 7 of Swords, that's toxic, blah, 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 whatever. Death, that's probably toxic, gotta let it go. I really don't think it's that black and white in this case scenario. I really don't. I think this is a very gray area of like, it's not a toxic relationship, but maybe it just isn't for you, right? So not to say like this person cheated on you and there's third parties involved, none of that. But maybe it's just like your connection isn't as strong as it once was. So with Death and 7 of Cups, you're kind of questioning, do I need to let this go? Is it that bad? Because that's kind of the energy I'm getting off of. Like, do I need to let this die out? It's not like they're hitting me, or it's not like they're inept. It's not like we're not able to pay bills, but am I happy? Not like I was, so it's kind of, again, that it's like we are in Libra season. So you're weighing the scales, do I need to cut it off, or is this my 10 of Pentacles? And I think that's why this energy is so hard. So moving into the future energy here, let's see what we have. Future energy, you have, sorry, I just went so silent. Future energy, you have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is very significant to me, especially in this reading, of knowing that you have to walk away, even if you don't want to, okay? So let's say, for an example, let's go back to a relationship example, because I feel like that's just something everyone can relate to. So maybe you have been in a relationship for like 4 years at this point. And let's say the first 2 years were like, oh my God, couldn't have been any better. This is the one, this is my man's. Maybe year 3 was like, it was good, right? It was good. And then maybe year 4, it's like, it's still good, but like, we don't have that passion like we once did, right? Like, for example, and you just know in your heart, and I can't even put words to this, but you just know that this isn't your person. So you have to walk away because you're like, listen, I'm taking my time, your time. I'm stealing from future us what we know isn't it for future us anymore. 5 of Wands, I do feel like, obviously we know this is chaos, conflict, things like that. But I also want to say with the 5 of Wands here, coming directly underneath the 10 of Pentacles, I kind of almost want to say, like, don't block your own blessings. If you don't walk away, I feel like you will be blocking your own blessings. Like, let me just say that. With the 9 of Wands underneath Death, 7 of Cups, 9 of Wands, this is the wounded warrior, okay? This is someone who has fought and has been injured but continues to fight. To me, this feels like spiritual fighting, okay? To me, this feels like just being able to get up and do what needs to be done in the day. I am actually going to, I wasn't going to for time's sake, but I'm going to quickly clarify this bottom row here because I do feel like we need it. Dealing with future energies is always so fluid, right? Because the future hasn't happened. So, 8 of Cups. We're gonna give this a good shuffle. So 8 of Cups, please, Spirit. You have the Page of Swords. This is new ideas. This can be, I don't like to use the word spying because I don't like to fearmonger, but this could be keeping an eye out on your socials. Again, especially if this is about a relationship, you know. Okay, let's see. What about the 5 of Wands, please, Spirit? What about the 5 of Wands? 5 of Wands, you have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. Releasing pain, forgiveness, optimism, transition, recovery, moving on. Wow. I typically don't do this, but I just felt called to like flip the top card over as I just did, and Justice came out. So wherever you're afraid of conflict arising from you leaving, it really isn't going to be like that. It's just going to be a new opportunity for you. So let me put it this way. If the only thing stopping you is fear of conflict, fear of what will they say, what will they think, I promise you, nothing that you haven't already tried to think or say to yourself about not leaving the situation. Confirmation for me as a reader. Okay, so 9 of Wands, clarifying the 9 of Wands is the 6 of Swords. Spirit is saying, please leave. Like, whatever, if you came here for an answer, it's, you gotta go. Okay. You know what else I want to say? I really feel like the 7 of Cups, there's this confusion and illusion of like, would I do, what could I be able to do better? Spirit is saying absolutely, but you have to go. You have to rely on yourself. You have to be the one to make the decision to leave because they will never force you out. And otherwise you will be stuck in a state of stagnancy and comfort. You will be stuck in a comfort zone. There's actually a great rap song called Comfort Zone. I have like no idea who it's by off the top of my head, but, I may put that in the comments for y'all to listen to and look at. So the Oracle, we have number 36, which is Foresight. This is gorgeous. This also very much reminds me of the Ace of Wands in the tarot. If you can kind of see it, there's like a sword, and it's piercing through the ground. But so you have Foresight, and you also have Retreat. This is a very healing card. So I do feel like if you guys are not already, you will definitely be focused on leaving and healing what needs to be healed. So I'm going to leave that there for today. This was such a first good, like, reading back, y'all. I definitely plan on moving forward to do the collective readings. Now that I am no longer a bride in a wedding and planning a whole wedding, expect to see these a lot more. And I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.